Opening leg of the place accumulator. They're set to go. And away and racing from the 1800 meter mark. Artificio slightly slow to begin with. Graf Spee began well on the outside of runners with Huhi, and so too Zaitune Bay goes up there in the early part. Jay-Z and One Wall Street. Moroccan Spice is rousted along behind them, is about 7 lengths off the leader. Then came Zingana and Voodoo, followed by Artificio and Sea Command is the trailer, and there's about 8 to 9 lengths first to last as they went down to the 1400 meter mark. Zaitune Bay leads it by 2 lengths from Zingana, who's got up into second now. Huhi along the fence is racing back in third, is 3 lengths off the leader. Another 2 lengths back to Jay-Z on the outside of One Wall Street, and then comes Graf Spee. They followed by Moroccan Spice, 7 lengths off the leader with Voodoo 1 behind that. Artificio second to last, and Sea Command is the trailer. Homeward bound and coming down to the 1000 meter marker, and Zaitune Bay leads it by 1 length. The orange blinkers back in second of Zingana. Then comes Huhi along the inside, got 2 lengths to make up. Then Jay-Z, they followed by One Wall Street. Moroccan Spice has got 5 to go. Graf Spee is edging closer on the outside of that. Artificio and Voodoo follow them, and back marker is Sea Command. Heading down now into the last 500 meters, and Zaitune Bay leads 1 length, but Huhi is quick to challenge along the inside. Now moves up strongly. In behind that Zingana and One Wall Street, and further back to Jay-Z and Graf Spee. 300 meters left to go, and Huhi has picked up the advantage here from Zaitune Bay. One Wall Street is 3 lengths away. On the outside is Jay-Z, Graf Spee, and running on is Artificio. But Huhi's gone clear now with 200 to go. Artificio's coming out the back, but Huhi is 3 to 4 lengths clear. And it's yet another one for Gavin Larena. And Huhi's going to win it by 4 from Artificio. Third goes to Graf Spee, Jay-Z, then One Wall Street, Zaitune Bay, Moroccan Spice, Ghana, Voodoo, and Sea Command. Gavin Larena back on home turf and strikes twice here at the Vaal already in 2 races. Huhi is owned by one Neil Maurice in partnership with Ronnie Napier, Mr. Alcock, Dr. Len Konar, an esteemed bunch of owners here. Bev Napier and the Summerhill Stud Syndicate, nominee Mickey Goss. The son of Mullins Bay has won for the Alexanders today, breaks his maiden by about 3.5. Artificio second, third has gone to Graf Spee. Fourth got tight. I gave that to Jay-Z ahead of One Wall Street. Behind that Zaitune Bay. Further back in the field was Moroccan Spice. Well, Huhi ran on strong. He didn't give Gavin the easiest of rides yet, but he picks it up easily on Huhi and goes about 2 to 3 lengths clear of the tiring Zaitune Bay. Artificio made good headway late. And on the outside, Jay-Z involved with Graf Spee and One Wall Street for minor money. Well done to Neil Maurice. I know he follows South African racing closely. Ronnie and Bev Napier, Dr. Kona, Mr. Alcock, and Mickey Goss's Summerhill Stud. Huhi's won it. 2-5-6-9-1, race 2.
Well, it's a quick double for Gavin Larena, board number 2, Huhi, the son of Mullins Bay from the Gary Alexander yard. Gavin Larena, as I mentioned, now is a maiden no longer number 2, Huhi. This was bred by Summerhill Stud for the Maurices, the Napiers, as well as the Summerhill Stud Syndicate. Beats in the second, number 5, Artificio. A nice improved run from the Down Stenger yard. Third place to number 6, Graf Spee. And then we see the 1, Jay-Z, to round off the quartet proceedings. 2, 5, 6, and 1, race number 2 at the Vaal. First leg of the place accumulator.
Returning to the winners' enclosure is Gavin Larena for a second time today. Strikes twice in 2 races aboard the Gary Alexander train. Number 2, Huhi. 3-year-old chestnut gelding is by Mullins Bay out of the National Emblem mare Starry Eyed. Bred by Summerhill Stud Pty Limited, is owned by Messrs. Neil Maurice, Ronnie Napier, J.M. Alcock, Dr. Len Konar, Mrs. Bev Napier, and Summerhill Stud Syndicate nominee Mr. Mickey Goss. Well done to Gary and Dean Alexander, based out of Turffontein, with the victory of Huhi. Second was number 5, Artificio. Third was number 6, Graf Spee. Fourth went to number 9, One Wall Street. And fifth was number 1, Jay-Z.
Welcome Welcome back to the winners enclosure, and that was the running of race number 2. Starts off the place, accumulates, and it's a quick double for jockey Gavin Larina back on home turf. This time for trainer Gary Alexander. This is a son of Mullins Bay, number 2, Huhi, bred by Summerhill Stud for the Maurices, the Napiers, as well as the Summerhill Stud Syndicate. And Gavin Larina will tell us a bit more about him, because we had a chat to you prior to this. Not a strong field, but he's a horse that brought some very nice form into the race.
Yeah, not the strongest of fields, all disrespect to the others. But this horse has got a nice action on him, and he won a nice race today. Looking
at the way the race panned out, you found 1 or 2 to follow. You attacked as you came up the force rail and pretty much pulled away.
Yeah, no false rail, but we set up in second, and the pace was quite sedate and a bit of a canter sprint, but it's nice that this horse lengthened and he got away from them.
Well, nicely done. Well done on the double.
Thank you very much. Big thank you to the Alexanders. Always wonderful to ride them winners, and to Mr. Napier and all the owners. Well done.
Well done to Gavin Larina. Let's get Gary Alexander in. He's the winning conditioner, Huhi, but nice to see Gavin partnering up with him, and the maiden's out the way now.
Yeah, he's had his problems, and we found a little problem with him, and he has definitely come on since then. But, the stable's been a little bit out of form, so it was always hard to make a good bet out of the horse. But I'm glad for the connections, and of course Summerhill Stud who bred the horse, and Gavin gave it a pearl of a ride.
Well, this is always a positive when you come back with a winner. So looking at the balance of your runners coming up later on, Gary, in race 3, you got Casino. Showed some nice improvement the last time out.
Oh, in the second start she ran second, and she's come on since then, so she should be in the firing line today. And Commodore L also put him in the exotics. And the 2 fillies, Flying Dream and AP Chanel, they definitely got their place chances.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Gary Alexander. And this one bred by Summerhill Stud for the Maurices, the Napiers, the Yulcocks, as well as Summerhill Stud Syndicate. As number 2, Huhi, will give the followers of Gavin Larina a quick fire double, races 1 and 2 on the card. Coming up